I finally got this thing to work. Anyway, Mike Zinner here, and you might be a little familiar with me. No problem if you're not. I have a little YouTube channel that I contribute to every once in a while, fooling around on the guitar. I've been playing for like 62 years, been playing jazz for like 45 years of that time. How time flies. I'm studied and all that. And I'm at a stage here in my playing and at an age where I kind of like to throw a couple of things out there to kind of clarify things. So this video is kind of for you younger guys who need some hints, okay? The older guys used to help us younger guys back in the day there when we were coming up. So I want to just do something simple. I'm not going to talk about modes or any of that nonsense and all of this esoteric stuff because it's not that hard and it shouldn't be. I just want to clarify some very simple things that'll get into your head and you can analyze why later on your own. That's what happens, okay? Guitar is a big, long journey. So let's get down to brass tacks. Concepts that I use over a minor 7th chord. Now I'm going to use an A minor 7th chord, okay? Probably a favorite minor chord of a lot of players, Summertime, all those kind of things, bossa novas, anything like that. And these rules that I'm going to give you is, of course, applicable over any minor 7th chord, okay? Remember, minor 7th chords come out of a key. Minor 7th means dominant, okay? It means that the 7th note is flat at a half step in the triad, okay? So we got a G against that A minor triad, all right? So what can we play over a minor 7th chord or an A minor 7th chord? Well, the first thing you can do, of course, is play A minor 7th. Right? No problem. If you know what makes up an A minor chord, you can play it all over the neck. Okay, A minor. All right, moving on. Understand that A minor 7th comes out of a key. You probably heard of the harmonic scale, okay? So, what I'm going to throw at you here is when you're playing in a minor scale, in this case, A minor, you can play the major chord a whole step below it. For example, A minor, you can play G major runs over that A minor 7th, okay? Here's the A minor. Okay, those were all G major runs over that A minor. Now understand, give you a quick lesson here on a harmonic scale. Every scale has a chord to it. You probably heard the concept or heard guys throw stuff out. Yeah, we're going to play this tune is in the key of C, 16251, right? Now what that means is there's a scale. It's called a harmonic scale. So the rule is the first chord is major. The second chord is always minor 7th. The third is also always minor 7th. The fourth is major 6th. The fifth is dominant 7th. The sixth is minor 6th. The 7th is diminished. And of course, you have the next octave up. Okay? Those rules are always in perpetuity. Okay? So, we're playing G major over the A minor 7th because that A minor 7th is simply the 2 chord of the G major scale. Okay, and it's always minor 7th, okay? All right, so the next thing that you can do is which is also kind of interesting, is understand the concept of relative major and relative minor. In a dominant 7th world, an A minor 7th chord, its relative major 7th, a dominant 7th chord would be a 4th up, would be a D7th, okay? Same thing as an A minor 7th, you can hear it. same chord. Give you some more color, all right? Understand those concepts. Of course, you can watch this tape over again, right? Anyway, now the next thing is kind of interesting. Get right into it. A minor 7th chord, you can play the dominant 7th chord a whole step above it. For example, A minor 7th, play a B7 dominant run over it. That's all B7th runs over the minor 7th. Now, why would I do that? Very simply this. Think of keys again and think of resolution. We used to call it the theory of resolution back in the day, in the early 70s when I was studying. A minor is the 4 chord of E major 7th. It is basically a revoiced 5 chord. An A minor 7th is the same thing as a B7 chord, but it's alternately voiced. So, to make life simple, keep it simple, concept anyway, play B7 dominant over A minor 7th. There's the B, there's the A minor 7th. That's all B7th. Sounds cool too. So all of these things are just designed to give you an idea, open up your head to the concept of looking into these point of views I've given you about theory, major, minor. Those are the things you got to learn, all right? So basically, don't get too carried away with all the mixolydian modes and all of that kind of stuff, because it's not needed. If you understand certain concepts about keys, knowing all your keys, not to sound like a wise guy, but knowing the difference between major and minor, why it's important that one note changes in a triad, everything is changed and opens up. Understand major 7th, the difference between that, and dominant 7th, how things, knowing the theory of resolution and all of that kind of stuff. And again, I'm going to reiterate, know your cycle of 4ths and cycle of 5ths, know all your keys, know what a flatted 9th is, learn to hear things like this. Start using your ear, okay? Again, that's it. So I'm going to leave this with you. I really appreciate your indulgence, as I always say. If you like this, let me know. If you don't like it, let me know. If you have any suggestions, let me know too. I'm on YouTube here, or you can find me on Facebook, Michael Zinna, Z-I-N-N-A. Nice old Sicilian name, right? Anyway, thank you. Again, I'm at that point. I'm just entertaining myself and hopefully entertaining you and passing some stuff along in the meantime. Okay? Thanks, and have a good one.